No.
You know it's really important you get this shit of us talking before you start.
Why?
They do that on the 85 South show.
Yeah, I don't understand.
They just
why.
get that because all footage is good footage. There's no such thing as bad footage. So when the motherfucker walk in that door, that camera needs to be on.
Straight up?
Fucking right. And then you start. Like, that's dope. Because you get the best shit a lot of times when people don't know that it started.
Yeah, but I don't want motherfuckers to come in here and be saying shit.
Well, nah, you ain't that.
You know what I'm saying?
if they say something bogus or just uncomfortable, they don't want you to put it out.
I'm trying to make this shit like Joe Rogan's. This Joe Rogan. You see my shit?
I watch Rogan.
Jerome Rogan, nigga. That's what I'm trying to do.
Nigga, Jerome. Some dude. Nigga, I listen to Rogan every day.
Rogan
So I
shit.
had a podcast. Well, I still got it, but I was doing a daily podcast. It was just me talking.
Nigga, let's get some of this shit on audio.
You should have hit the fucking button when I started. Did you hit the button?
I hit the button.
Hit the button. We on that. So, yeah, I have a podcast called The Lavar Walker Show. I started that shit, I don't know, maybe a year ago, where it's just me talking by myself in my car. And I do it on a little app called Anchor.
Yeah.
I'm up to over 105,000 downloads.
105?
105,000.
Oh, shit. Just talking in your car.
Just talking, I was doing updates on what's going on in the world, my life.
Yeah.
Just shit like that. But then since I was doing them every day, they grew exponentially. Because in this current environment, all content is good content. Your content is your fuel.
Yeah.
So it doesn't matter. You might have a shitty show, a good show. It doesn't matter as long as you're showing up every day.
Yeah. So I'm doing
week.
this every week right now.
Yeah, that's fine.
You know what I'm saying? Every week.
That's fine.
And once we get our numbers up, like I want to go
but I think you really
more often.
You really get your numbers up by frequency. So
Yeah.
if you surprise them, if you're doing it every week, you say fuck it, I'm gonna drop one Tuesday or Wednesday and just throw it out. It just increases your frequency.
Yeah.
Because we are like literally in this world of social media, artificial intelligence, and what we're in, we're pretty much hamsters. We're all hamsters in a fucking cage. And it's just about which hamster is getting the more attention, especially in entertainment. It has nothing to do with talent, and it has nothing to do with how interesting your podcast is. Nothing but attention. That's it.
You think so?
I am 100% sure. I have done the shittiest Instagram. I have a video that I did, a side-by-side video of me talking about a lace front wig, and I put it on Facebook, and I don't even think it's funny. It has over 17 million views.
God damn.
So it doesn't matter. It's just about the output. It does not fucking matter. I don't think in this particular time we in, I don't think people necessarily care about.
I disagree.
The quality.
I disagree. I think people do care.
I don't think they do.
I think people do care about the quality. You may not realize it, but especially like when it's like so here's my thing. Here's what I think. When it comes to the quality, right? It depends on how big you trying to take it. Are you trying to take it to like make it like a TV thing, or are you trying to expand? But if you just putting out content, yeah, people will share your shit. But if you just throwing shit on Facebook, yeah, it don't matter about the quality. But if you trying to do something else,
how the fuck did I get 17 million views talking about a fucking wig?
Because it's dumb shit and motherfuckers just silly and they just sharing it.
And at the same time, I have a Facebook video of me making Kevin Hart cry, laugh, in tears as I'm doing a stand-up show with only 400,000 views. I mean, let's just be real.
Okay, so
I think there is a percentage that like the quality, but I think that percentage is smaller than the people who are just reaching for your videos for a fucking dopamine release. That's it. This is about making the mind release dopamine. It's almost like a rat in a fucking trap, and he hits the button, and when every time he hits the button, he gets a dopamine release in his brain. That is what is going on right now.
So here's the thing, though. What are you trying to do with it, though?
Well, I'm very conflicted and confused right now because, you know, with me being an older comic starting in 2002, starting in a time when, you know, you just fucking become a beast, admit something to be a beast and be funny. We're now at a time of just massive content where it doesn't mean shit. The differentiator or the factor that makes you stand out is your consistency in showing up. It does not matter if that video was funny or if it wasn't funny. It doesn't fucking matter. And furthermore, it's not even for you to judge if it was funny. You might throw some shit you think suck, and people are like, oh my God, that's crazy. That's your boy. I mean, that's literally where we're at.
Because it's expendable content, though. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
It's expendable.
Right. So you talking to a guy, I came up in the old Uptown Comedy Club, coming up in the worst rooms, the hardest rooms you could fucking imagine, where people will literally boo you and tell you to kill yourself. And overcoming that and becoming very strong in those rooms to a place where down is up and up is down, because that's where we're at right now in this current environment where talent means nothing. It doesn't mean shit.
I disagree on that, man. You gotta have, because in the age of the Instagram comedian, right?
Yeah.
A lot of them killed on Instagram, and then they was like, I'm gonna go do stand up. You don't see a lot of them transitioning over. They probably want to,
it does, dude,
but they didn't translate. They just translation.
I had an hour-long conversation with the owner of Atlanta Comedy Theater, who used to own Uptown Comedy Club.
And his thing was, it's just about the asses in the seats.
Well, he's a fan of comedy, so he was telling me, it was like, dude, it's more about now. You know, when you could put up, you know, this comedian's been seen on Def Jam, a Comic View, and this is a really funny guy. You know, these kids, the youth, you know, because I'm 43. How old are you?
40.
Right. So we in our 40s. So these kids now, it's not about the talent. It's more important for them to get a picture with this person. So they're on this journey to get a picture. It don't even. You
talking about the people who watch comedy?
Not even who watch comedy. If they see somebody online or on the gram that they really into, it's very important for them to get a picture with this person. So they will pay that $50 ticket or that $100 ticket to get to the mission. The goal is to get a picture with them. That's what he's telling me. You know what I'm saying? And this is no knock, because I'm cool with all my IG niggas. Shout out to y'all, because it's a great hustle, you know, building your own business, shit like that. But it's just we're in a different generation. We're in a different time.
Yeah, but how long does that last?
It's been lasting now, nigga, for over 10 years. Have you done the math?
What do you
mean?
When
did Instagram come out?
Probably about 5 years ago.
Instagram ain't been out no 5 years.
5 to 7 years ago.
Bro, let me see.
2013, maybe.
2013?
Yeah.
Is that when it came out?
Probably. I would, if
That's
I'm guessing.
7 years.
Yeah, I'm guessing. But 2013.
Let me Google Instagram, because you don't have a Jamie like they do at Rogan. That nigga.
We got a Jazz though. We got a Jazz.
Jamie at Rogan, nigga. That is the great. It was 2016.
Nope. Instagram started Insta Stories in 2016.
So Instagram came out in like 14.
So 6 years ago. About 6 years ago.
So I mean, I just think
2010.
So
2010,
we're 10 years in.
Okay.
So and then too, they took a lot you really have to calculate from when the time Vine died until now. You know what I'm saying? So it's just a different genre.
Vine and Instagram kind of like overlapped each other.
Well, Instagram pretty much ate Vine up, like they about to do TikTok.
Yeah, yeah. With those reels.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So, you know, it's just a different game. And this ain't no knock to anybody. This, however you getting your motherfucking paper, get your motherfucking paper. If that shit working, you stick with it, hustle the game, and don't let the game hustle you.
Yeah, because all this shit is a hustle, man.
That's all
This is but my thing was about the quality versus quantity. Like, if what you trying to do is you just trying to get quantity.
Dude.
What I'm focused on is the quality of it.
Dude, I noticed this. I noticed certain things. So if I go heavy on IG and I'm doing 5 to 6 videos a day, I'm just signaling, meaning like I look at my videos. If I do a side-by-side video, which typically gets me the most attention, that's a flyer. That's like saying, hey, check me out.
Yeah.
Get into me without telling you directly to get into me.
Right.
So when I raise that frequency, I get more attention. I get more bookings. I get more people looking at me in the grocery store. I get all that shit. And it has nothing to do with my talent.
But here's the thing, though. Here's the thing. The difference, I think the difference is if you're peacocking, right? Peacocking so you can get attention, so you can get more bookings is one thing. But if you had an idea for your own show, right, you will put the quality into it. So then somebody who is a producer or an executive be like, you know what, we like that show. We see the potential on it. We're gonna invest in the show. Nigga, so it's a difference.
I threw the game opening pitch for the White Sox.
Okay, what
from talking shit.
On Instagram.
Ain't a lot of motherfuckers threw out that game opener. I did.
But that's what I'm saying.
I did.
I know, but
I don't think it matters. I think as older comics,
listen what I'm saying.
We make it harder on ourselves because we put ourselves in these parameters of trying to make this great product when you don't need to do shit but just throw shit out.
No,
I can promise you.
So,
and
but
we
it's
can do.
about,
listen, I'm glad I'm on this show.
When
does this come out? When does this come out?
Tuesday.
So this comes out. Hold on, this Wednesday.
Yep.
So this will be on. Hold on, this will be on the 29th.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So I'm gonna show you, and I'm gonna show your listeners. Starting on the 29th, I'm gonna drop 5 videos a day for 30 days.
Okay.
And I can almost promise you about 15 of those videos will go super viral with nothing. And I don't edit. I'm not going to cut them. I'm just going to talk.
Saying what? Just
whatever
bullshit.
I see. Look at this motherfucker. This nigga got 14 babies. Go on and on. And it will be eaten up. That is the current state that we're in, and we have to identify it. I think older comics we lose when we try to figure it out and not just act.
So you're saying you think people just need to put out more quantity? Fuck the quality.
Fuck the quality. It matters. It does not fucking matter. Not in the Instagram space. Like maybe if you writing for a show for Hulu or Netflix or some shit like that, yes. But in this Instagram space, in this Facebook space, in this Twitter space, no.
Do you have an idea for a show? Like something that you want to do?
Fucking right. My show coming.
And you're not gonna put that on Instagram, right?
Fuck no.
Exactly.
I'm gonna get the bag.
But I'm saying something that.
But in the meantime,
the content
because
that you
understand, if you just throwing shit out on Instagram, which is what I do.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? Like you say with the writers and shit in Hollywood, they're gonna take that motherfucker and run with it, and your shit is gone. And there's no recourse because you threw it out.
Right, and that's what I'm saying. But if you had an actual idea that you could produce yourself,
everybody,
you wouldn't just be throwing that shit up on Instagram.
Everybody that looks at these platforms on YouTube. I have very shitty videos that have gone viral. Anybody that's looking at these platforms on YouTube, Instagram, or Facebook, there is probably a very high number of people that watch these videos and go, how the fuck did this get all these goddamn views and comments and likes?
Listen,
because it makes no sense.
Yeah.
You're in a time, we are living in a time where up is down, down is up, left is right, and right is left. Nothing makes fucking sense. The only way you can attack it is by the doing and just being active and making a move. When you sit and try to think, you lose.
Instead of just putting out the content.
Putting it out. I have the shittiest videos.
What's the shittiest video you put out where you was like,
Nigga,
the wig
I'm talking
a lace
about
front?
a lace front. 17 point, I think it's a 17.4 million.
And that's just on Facebook, or do you put it
That's
on?
on Facebook. I put all my video. I put my videos on Instagram, Facebook.
Are you
YouTube,
monetizing on Facebook?
They just let me monetize.
Really?
Yeah, I got to send my paperwork in, but I'm just able to monetize.
Is that the same process like if you do it on YouTube?
YouTube, I'm monetizing.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean, I'm monetizing on Facebook and YouTube, and I guess after a while, Instagram will start letting us monetize on that platform as well.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
So after 17 million views on Facebook, can you go back and monetize all your other ones? Or
I don't know. I don't think you can monetize. You're not able to monetize until you meet all those parameters, and you get paid from that point on.
oh, so you can't go
I
back.
I highly doubt. I don't know, because I got to do my paperwork and send shit in.
Yeah.
And then maybe I'm going to see what that first check is.
Yeah, because 17 million, that should be.
I mean, but
that should be at least a 5-figure check.
But that video, it wasn't 3 minutes. You need to have more. You have to.
So
you need to monetize. First of all, to monetize, you have to have your Facebook fan page. Number one, you can't monetize off a personal page.
Right.
Okay.
What about a business page?
Yeah, that's your business page.
Okay.
Your Facebook fan page is your business page.
Oh, okay.
So I put that video on my personal page, and that video might have been a minute. You know what I mean? The only videos that can be monetized, they need to be 3 minutes and above.
Oh, shit.
So like when I do these my Instagram videos now, like 3 to 5 minutes, and I'm rambling or talking, but I don't give a fuck because I put them out and they do what they do.
And that's what I'm saying. Like that kind of material, that kind of content is just throwaway. You know what I'm saying?
Nobody. I mean, dude, people are looking for a dopamine release. They're looking from a scientific standpoint when we talk about dopamine and what dopamine does. So dopamine is a neurotransmitter. Like
this nigga's a pharmacist, so
yes, I'm a pharmacist. As well.
That's why this nigga
so
know all this shit.
When people are taking cocaine or ecstasy, dopamine is the happy neurotransmitter that is released from the brain. So when a person is looking at their phone, which we look at our phones probably 6,000 to 7,000 times a day, you're not just looking for that phone. You're looking for without you knowing, you're looking for a chemical reaction, and that's dopamine. So when you see that screen that's lit up and you see the gossip on the shade room and you go to media takeout and you go to World Star and you see a motherfucker get shot up on Instagram Live or whatever, your brain is releasing fucking dopamine, which you are goddamn addicted to.
Yeah.
And that's what this is about.
Yeah.
This is scientific right now. This phone, this social media culture is bigger than just social media. It's a chemical reaction that your body is having. And we are all, including myself, being controlled by these big media giants, Facebook, Instagram, the internet.
Let me ask you this.
Et cetera.
What do you think is the next social media thing?
Virtual reality.
Like AI?
Virtual reality.
Or like
AI is already in this shit. AI is the algorithm. So, when these people in Silicon Valley, they give this algorithm a goal. And so like with Instagram and Facebook, the algorithm's main goal is to keep our attention on Facebook and Instagram.
So the virtual reality is kind of like what they're doing for the bubble with the basketball games.
Well, your virtual reality, we all get off work and go home and get on a headset. You're gonna put on fucking goggles and you're gonna sit there and it's gonna release even more dopamine than you getting now because you'll be able to put yourself in an altered reality. So now you can be whoever the fuck you want to be. You want to be a fucking big time entertainer, celebrity, cartel, drug dealer, or whatever the fuck you want to be. You will be able to simulate yourself into an altered reality, and we will literally be in headsets in our rooms. That's where we're going.
Hell no, I don't.
That is exactly where we're going.
So you gonna get off work, go home.
Fucking right. You gonna be at work all day. You're literally, this is where we're going. You're literally gonna be at work to make the money to pay your subscription.
To get on virtual
to
reality.
Get the fuck off work, to put this goddamn helmet on, and to get your brain to elicit that neurotransmitter that you need. This is drugs, dog.
God
this
damn.
is what they're selling us. And as a comedian, if I wasn't a comedian, I wouldn't even have this phone. But, for me, our business as comedians is for us to sell tickets, to sell merchandise. We make our living off of that.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? So we need this shit. You can't.
So you can take the apps off.
No, nigga, you gotta be on there to see what's going on, to comment, to talk about, to have jokes about.
Yeah.
You have to be of the world to make observations, to give input on.
Yeah.
Because people are reaching to you for the laugh, which helps to release what? More dopamine. This is dopamine.
But
baby.
dopamine, that dopamine release has been happening without the phones for years. When you actually had to go outside and talk to a motherfucker and be like,
right.
This is my social media here.
Yeah, you had to do all that. But think about it now. You don't have to.
Especially in the pandemic.
If you can get the dopamine, you can get it. You gonna get it however you can. So if I can get that motherfucker sitting in my house pulling my big toe.
Yeah.
Niggas will be pulling on their big toe all day. They won't go no fucking where. That is where we're at right now. I don't know. People don't understand what's going on, but this is way bigger than us.
Yeah.
And at the same time, when you're hitting that dopamine button, they're collecting data. They're predicting what you're going to do when you wake up.
Yeah.
Where you're going to go. What moves you're going to make. And then off of those predictions, they're selling you shit. They know the time to place that ad in front of your eyes.
Right.
So that's where we're at right now.
That shit crazy.
Nigga, we are comedians.
Yeah.
We in this bitch doing a radio show. We got in this shit to tell jokes.
Yeah.
Look at this shit. Every comedian is a podcaster and interview. We have all turned into Larry King.
You're right.
Because we don't have a choice.
Yeah.
It's like, I don't do them videos necessarily because I want to. A lot of times I have to.
Why though?
Because it's a way to fucking survive. There's no other way to survive.
Dave Chappelle don't do that shit.
Right, but he's Dave Chappelle. He's in a different space. I can't compare myself to Chappelle.
But I'm saying, like, in order for Dave to survive in this climate, he don't even got a social media account.
If there was no Chappelle show,
but he don't even have a social media account.
If there was never a fucking Chappelle
You
show.
can't even add Dave Chappelle. You can't add him.
Listen, if there was never a Chappelle show,
right?
If there was never a lot of the things he did previously, how would he survive? How would you know him?
Just through TV and movies.
Who the fuck is watching TV and movies right now?
Everybody, especially right now.
What TV and movies do you know him from?
Well, I guess from no. Robin Hood, man with tights.
No.
Man with tights.
No niggas know him from that.
Robin Hood, Man from Tights. The movie that he wrote, Getting High. I forgot what the name of it is.
None of these were really classics.
And the TV show is his TV show that he developed.
I said without the fucking Chappelle
Chappelle
show, how would you know it?
He was on what's the Eddie Murphy
You can't even name it.
Nutty
Listen
Professor.
to you.
Nutty Professor. Nigga was on Nutty Professor. He
Nigga,
killed
really?
Nutty Professor. Killed.
He did, but we don't remember him from that.
What? That was a classic scene.
We remember him from that because this is the Chappelle show. Come on, dude.
I guarantee you, people who seen Dave Chappelle on the Nutty Professor doing that,
Dude,
they don't even know that's the same person.
In this current climate, how do you as a comedian get attention? How?
So,
Comic View? Def Jam? How the fuck do you get attention? How do you get people to say, who the fuck are you? How?
I mean, yes, you
How?
You do have to use
You
social
have
media.
1,000.
You have to use
You
social
have
media.
1,000 fucking platforms. Dude. Before we even get to the shows,
Yeah.
you have thousands of platforms.
Yeah.
Each platform has thousands, if not millions, of shows that are streaming.
Yeah.
How the fuck do you get somebody to think about you?
You're right. You got to use social media. No, I'm not
It's
disagreeing.
a different time.
I agree. But the people who don't have social media.
Yo, are you crying?
No.
What, your eye leaking.
My eye leaking.
Yeah, it's like leaking right there.
It's motherfucking sweat. It's
you-
alcohol.
Why are you sweating?
It's alcohol.
I'm not sweating. I'm drinking alcohol.
You haven't been drinking as much as I have.
Are you sick? I need to put my fucking mask on.
It's
This
alcohol.
nigga is leaking.
It's
and we in a
alcohol.
pandemic.
It's alcohol.
I have a family to go back to.
I got
son.
this is alcohol.
This is what I'm saying. Dave Chappelle is a brilliant genius.
Mm-hmm.
He is the fucking GOAT. Hands down. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But in this current climate, for you to start as a comedian or for you to gain some type of attention and some type of notoriety, how the fuck do you get it? Outside of doing videos, outside of what do you do? What would you tell a new comedian coming in the game?
I would tell you.
Ain't no fucking there's no
listen.
Johnny Carson. There's no Comic View. How?
There
How
is.
the fuck?
There
do
is.
What is?
There is.
What?
It's podcasting. Podcasting is the new Johnny Carson. Joe Rogan is the new Johnny Carson.
He's definitely the new Johnny
He's
Carson.
the new Johnny Carson. So if you can get on stage, get it somehow, get into his circle or get into his space, and when you see him, I guarantee you can go. You can blow up.
That's all.
Because what's his name? What's the dude name? Dang it, Jamaica.
Who?
Damn, what's his name is? The one that he was on. Lil Rel was on his show.
Gerard.
Gerard Carmichael. You don't never see Gerard Carmichael
Gerard
doing.
getting money.
Yeah, but you don't see him on. You don't see him on Instagram.
He don't give a fuck. He is. That
You don't see him on
motherfucker- that
Instagram. You don't
motherfucker
see
got
him-
He got huge deals. He's writing. He has a production deal.
Okay.
It's far different.
Have you ever seen him on? And how long is Gerard been on? 5-6 years.
Yeah.
Have you
So
ever seen him do some shit on Instagram?
So you're telling a young comic you still need to go the Hollywood route. And
No,
get
I'm not saying that.
the
I'm saying
traditional-
get your chops on the stage. You still at the end of the day, you still have to get your chops on the stage. At the end of the day, all this shit on Instagram, this Twitter, all this shit is cool. But if you get your chops on the stage, then yes, you can still make it in here. Because even though you may be on Instagram saying shit or throwing out content, at the end of the day, those executive producers, those writers, the motherfuckers, they looking at talent. They looking at talent. Your audience or your fans or people, they looking at those motherfuckers like, oh, that's just throwing out content. Other motherfuckers, they looking at talent. And Gerard Carmichael is talent.
He's a very talented brother.
He's talent. And that's why he's still able to eat.
As we go down, as years progress, is it still counting?
Why is it not?
I don't know. I'm asking
no,
you
I'm telling
because
I
this
think
is
it
what
is.
I'm seeing.
I think it is still counting.
I'm just going off what I'm seeing as a comedian and what I'm seeing is going on. I don't know, bro. I'm in a fucking dilemma. Like what?
Because
matters?
you're looking at the people who are out in public and who out I would say making the most noise. You looking at the people who's making the most noise versus the people who are.
So with Hollywood, right?
We had this conversation the other day on the phone.
And I'm gonna talk to you about that. We can bring that up here. So I believe that I agree with you in that Joe Rogan is the new Johnny Carson.
Mm-hmm.
And I told you on the phone, I said Joe Rogan leaving L.A. and moving to Texas is the equivalent of Johnny Carson leaving New York and moving to L.A.
Mm-hmm.
So with him leaving Hollywood
Mm-hmm.
and leaving the Comedy Store, what happens to comedy? Is this L.A. we're in right now? Is Texas L.A.?
No.
It must be.
No.
It has to be.
No, because
All
you have to
his
do,
friends have left.
you're right.
The Comedy Store is altered.
But here's the thing. When you go on Joe Rogan's show, right?
Mm-hmm.
You on there for 2 or 3 hours. You can just go to Austin for 2 or 3 hours, and then you can go make your money around the rest of the world. Like, you don't have to be in. What I think this pandemic has shown me is that you don't have to be in one particular spot. You don't have to be in LA. You don't have to be in New York. You don't have to be in one particular spot. You could be in anywhere, because exactly what you're saying, that phone and the internet could take you anywhere. It can take you anywhere.
Would you agree with me in saying that Hollywood is a cloud now?
What you mean the cloud?
You know how you got the iCloud, so anywhere you go, you can access it. So is Hollywood turned into an iCloud in a sense of, you know, you have your connects and the people you've met and those relationships that you've built, but you're able to talk to these people through FaceTime, Zooms. So has Hollywood turned into a cloud at this point? Because nobody's working there. All the production is in Georgia. It's in Louisiana. It's in Texas. What has Hollywood turned into?
So here's what I think the difference is, right? Once you go into production, you probably do go to those states because they have, I guess, lower rates to actually shoot. But the actual getting it started, where it appears on paper first, you still gonna have to go to Hollywood.
And how much longer do you think that will last?
I think I said for a good 10 to 20 years.
I don't think so.
I think so.
You're greatly overstating that estimate.
No, I think I would say on the low end, another 10 years.
You're telling me you, like, let's just say you had a net worth of $20 million.
Mm-hmm.
You're relatively young. I mean, we young old motherfuckers being in our 40s.
Yeah.
And you have a net worth of $20 million.
Mm-hmm.
You can come to this great state of Texas, not pay any state income tax.
Right.
Right off the bat, you done saved yourself $6-7 million. So you telling me these motherfuckers are gonna stay in California and pay all them highest taxes, live with this homeless population that they cannot control? They're going to live with a governor that lets people loot, kick fucking doors in. And you say they gonna do that for the next 10 to 20 years just because they have a waterfront view?
No.
No way.
No, I'm saying
It's not gonna happen.
I'm saying it's only 4 studios that control the mass majority of movies, right? The motherfuckers ain't
and they can cut you got one motherfucker.
They got $1 billion
right.
invested.
You got billion right.
So they're not just going.
Let's just say
they're not going without that. You know
let's
what I'm
say
saying?
that studio head, he's worth billions of dollars, right?
Mhm.
Guess where he gonna have those movies shot at, my friend? In Georgia. Because he's gonna save money.
Right, he's gonna shoot
His
him in
job
Georgia. He's
is
gonna
to
shoot
save
him.
money.
What I'm saying, he's gonna film him in Georgia.
Out of his own selfish shit, he might stay in California.
No,
but the
listen.
whole business now is in a cloud. People can shoot and do shit wherever they at.
But that's what I'm saying. As a studio head, right? He's gonna be able to shoot anywhere he wants to. When that production is done, guess where they gonna go back and edit it? Guess where they're gonna do the score at? Guess where they're gonna?
Where they gonna edit it?
Yes.
They're gonna edit it where the taxes make sense.
All the editors.
I shot Uncle Drew with Rail. Shout out Rail. I shot that shit in Georgia.
Okay,
Okay, they get a tax credit just for shooting the movie there.
that's what I'm saying. Because it's cheaper to shoot it in there.
They edited that the motherfucker in
In Georgia?
They did everything in Georgia. Because if they would have took that bitch back to California, they would have gutted it.
But this is what I'm
That's
saying
what
too.
would have happened.
But this is what I'm saying too. Tyler Perry has made Atlanta like the new Hollywood.
Dude, I did a punch up for Bad Boys for life. I worked with Will Smith and Martin. I met Will, Martin, the great guy, everybody.
Mhm.
Okay? I sat there
And that was in Miami or was that Georgia
No,
too?
in Georgia.
Oh, okay.
That last scene when the house is on fire and shit,
Yeah.
that was shot in the fucking Diana Ross soundstage, nigga. I watched the whole fucking thing. I was talking to those guys, the production, the crew. They were telling me how, Tyler is making so much money because Tyler's making a lot of money from renting these sound stages, which is state of the art, brand new.
What you
He's
mean?
renting these sound stages to Sony, to Universal.
Oh yeah, because it's cheaper.
Exactly. They don't give a fuck.
But I'm
It's
saying
all
that's-
about the money.
That's business though. He like
Exactly.
So
That's why I'm telling you that Hollywood
But yeah,
will turn into a cloud.
but guess where?
Hollywood is a cloud now.
But
like
guess
an
where?
iCloud.
But guess where they had to take that movie back to? California.
Yeah, for them motherfuckers to watch it and say, "Yo, I don't like this
To
shit."
watch
Send
it.
send it back to Georgia and have them edit it there. Dude, this shit has changed, bro.
Yeah. I here's my thing. I just don't think California is dead in that aspect. I don't feel like
It's over.
I don't feel like is going nowhere.
It's over, bro.
A lot of motherfuckers is just jumping ship, I think prematurely, but I think probably in 10 years, like you can go anywhere. You can go anywhere and shoot anything. And
Right.
And the
That's-
internet.
You could do that now. That's what I'm telling you. Hollywood is the cloud, essentially. It's turned into the iCloud. Do you understand what I'm saying?
Yes.
So, I know certain people in Hollywood, right? And I have this idea. I can email them my idea, pitch my idea, do a Zoom meeting with my idea. And they say, "Man, we really like that, Lavar. Here's a budget." And then they send me this fucking budget. And I'm able to shoot my film in Georgia.
No, fuck no. That's not how that shit's gonna work. You gonna submit your idea, right? This is how it's gonna work. You gonna submit your idea, right? You gonna submit your idea. They gonna, hey, we love this idea. We want to talk to you. Come to California so we can have a meeting. You gonna have a meeting. They're gonna pair you with a production company. They're gonna pair you with a production company.
Wrong.
And then when you and the people on the production company, once you guys get your idea together, they're gonna say, you know what, we're gonna pay for a pilot.
Dude.
We're gonna
Dude.
pay for a pilot.
Dude. So,
They're not gonna give you no goddamn money to
I
shoot
was-
your idea.
why not?
Are you
It's changed, bro.
fucking crazy?
Dude,
Do
we're
you
not
understand
going
it?
back. We are not going back. We've had COVID. It's not going back. We're only going forward. It's not going back to that
Do you not
shit.
see this shit opening up slowly but surely?
Man, no.
This shit is opening up slowly but surely, where motherfuckers is going right back to the regular way it was before
I don't
COVID.
think so, bro.
You don't think so?
Before COVID, right? I got a call to meet with a showrunner in L.A.
Mm-hmm.
I said, I'm not in L.A. Y'all gonna fly me out or? Nah, we ain't gonna fly you out. Don't worry about LeVar. We'll do a FaceTime.
Okay. FaceTime.
Did a FaceTime.
Okay, cool.
Perfect.
Yeah.
Got another call. LeVar, the executive, want to talk to you. We'll do another FaceTime. Another FaceTime. So
Okay.
I didn't have to leave Georgia.
Okay.
That is where we're at.
I understand that, but I'm saying
understand?
when it comes to when the rubber hits the road and they want to actually get your idea on camera,
It's changed, bro.
they're gonna pair you with the production company.
Dog, you telling me, dude, people have been in their houses doing these Zoom meetings and doing fucking deals. I've talked to
how much you
several
think-
high-profile comics that have sold millions of dollars in deals over Zoom meetings. It's never going the fuck back. It's not. You have to, bro.
I give you by next summer. I give you by 2021 summer. This shit's gonna be back open like it was never closed.
It's not going back, bro.
You're crazy.
It'll never go back.
Now you be able to talk to somebody, yes, over Zoom. You be able to talk to people all day, but once your idea comes together, they're gonna pair you
Bro,
with. They're gonna pair you with.
Because people have adapted to this shit now.
I know, but
Why the fuck I want to see you in person?
no. If we're just
I did a whole
discussing
fucking
idea
table read for a season show on Zoom, and we had a
because
great
you
time.
couldn't go to
Exactly.
California.
So like,
But once it's back open,
look at the money and time that was saved.
they don't
How
give
the
a
fuck Zoom done went? The stock on Zoom is up 1,000 fucking %. They're not going back.
Let me ask you this.
God damn, Donte.
Let me
That's
ask
what
you
I'm trying
this.
to tell you.
Let me ask you this. Let's just look at TV, right? Let's just look at TV. Let's just take Hollywood out of it. Even like Sports Center, right? Even the First Take. Them motherfuckers was doing First Take via Zoom. And now I will look up this morning, the motherfuckers is back in the studio, face to face. When they could have literally just made it where why are we going back in the studio?
Listen.
We can still
Bro,
do the Zoom like
I
we've been
don't-
doing.
I don't see it, dog. I think Hollywood will be in the cloud. I think this shit has changed. I think the landscape has changed. And personally, and you know, I accept your response. I accept your opinion. But how I feel personally is that we're forever changed, and I don't think we're going back.
So you don't think it's ever going to be any kind of personal contact or anything like that?
Well, it will. You know, you might meet people and shit like that, but I think we are forever changed. I think like you will get your auditions through Zooms and through email, which we were before, but now they're taking it more serious.
Do you see all these white people fighting to get their mask off for people to go be in person again and talking to each other?
I'm watching it, bro, but
Oh,
I'm watching it. But
2021.
The death's still going up.
True that.
They're still going up. So
True that. I just feel like at some point this shit's gonna get back. They about to start. They about to start releasing this vaccine soon. What's the name say by Christmas?
I will probably be administering those vaccines as a pharmacist.
Yes.
So
Once people start taking vaccines, I'm telling you, it's gonna be back to normal. It's gonna
I
be
don't know, bro.
back to normal.
it's gonna be hard. They might. What happens if coronavirus? Because viruses. So the way viruses work, you know, they go from person to person, and they replicate by getting through RNA, getting into the cells, breaking into the cell, drilling into the cell, and altering DNA into the cell. Every time they go from another person, the virus is able to, you're able to change the genetic mutation of the virus. So the virus never stays the same. You see what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, you might have a vaccine, but what happens next year, the year after that, or what happens if this shit ramps up into some super COVID virus?
I just seen.
What happens?
I don't know. I just seen today that what country was that? I want to say it was Russia, where they had a spike in coronavirus things again. I think it was Russia.
Yeah.
So I don't know. I think this shit is just gonna be forever out there. It's like the flu.
Right. So like they just said, it'll forever be out there. So you know, if I can protect myself or somehow inhibit the virus by having a Zoom meeting with a person or having a socially distanced meeting, I'm gonna do that. So, you know, we're back to what I'm saying, that Hollywood is forever changed. This was the lowest rated Emmys.
When you
of
said
all
change,
time.
you mean what?
The way it'll operate. You know what I'm saying? Because I think, like, as an artist, you know, if you're an artist right now, rapper, comedian, singer, whatever you may be, I think this is the greatest time for artists, in the fact that you can pretty much control your destiny by just putting out consistent content. Yeah. Now, back to my original statement of, does quality matter over quantity? I don't believe it does. I believe you need to just put out as much as you can and be as original as you can, being yourself and getting over a fear of trying to judge this shit. You just need to be ahead of the ball and distributing as much information and material as you possibly can.
Okay. All right. We can agree to disagree. So here's, because I know you're a huge Kanye West fan.
Right.
So what Kanye West is putting out there about the contracts and everything,
mm-hmm.
I feel like what that's going to do.
That's a double-edged sword too.
What you mean?
It's a double-edged sword in the sense of, if I'm a record company and I have 20 artists, only one of them motherfuckers gonna pop.
That's the way.
So I've put up, you know, that's a double-edged sword in the sense of, I have these 20 artists. I put $100,000 into all 20 of these goddamn artists.
Right.
19 of them, I'm going to lose 1.9 million out of these 20, and one is going to pop.
Yeah.
So most of my money is definitely upfront. It's definitely loans. So that's up to the artist. Are you going to take this deal? Did you sign this paper? Did you want that Bentley, nigga? Did you want that did you want your jewels?
Yeah.
You signed that shit.
Yeah.
And you need to honor it.
Yeah.
So I'm not going to shed a fucking tear because niggas want to move like that. It's another way you can move. Master P, when that motherfucker offered him $1 million and he had $20 in his bank account, he said no.
Yeah.
He had that choice to say fucking no.
Yeah.
So you can't sit here and cry because niggas want the Bentley, they want the Rolls Royce, they want the mansion.
Yeah.
If you want that up front, there's a price to be paid for it.
Yeah.
Nigga hurt. Struggle.
Yeah.
Sell your shit on your own.
Yes.
So I don't want to hear that shit because Kanye wouldn't be Kanye without that motherfucking deal.
Yeah.
If Universal didn't get that nigga that deal, you wouldn't know it.
Yeah. Yeah.
So now that you're a billionaire, you sell sneakers, which I buy, which I've bought 1 million pairs, and you don't make your money through music, of course you can shout this shit.
Yeah.
Tell a nigga in the motherfucking hood, his mama fucking starving. Ain't no food in the motherfucking house. And a motherfucker trying to get his nigga $200,000 in motherfucking cash, man. Be real. What you need to do is be honest. You take the $200K and you let them own your royalties and all your shit, or you say no, get your shit out the fucking mud, sell it out the trunk, and build it on your own. It's as simple as that. Ain't nobody got time to fucking cry, because at the end of the day, those companies have taken losses on lots of artists.
Right.
Talk about the niggas that didn't make it.
Right.
It ain't a lot of Kanye West and Jay-Z's.
Yeah.
Come on.
Yeah. True that. True that.
So he's only showing one side of the fucking coin.
And that's because he's already benefited from
He
it.
done benefited.
Yeah.
Nigga, you made it.
Yeah.
Find me the struggling nigga. I want to hear him talk.
These rapper such and such.
Exactly. Let me listen to rapper such and such tell me how he feels about this situation. Not you, nigga.
Yeah.
You done made your money. And you keep reaping loans and shit from these motherfuckers.
I heard that he re-signed his deal like a year ago or something like
Exactly.
that. Like he,
So who the fuck is supposed to feel sorry?
I don't really.
If
Trust
me
nothing
as a
Kanye say.
businessman, right? So you tell me you need some money, right? And I
Yeah.
look at your podcast and I see it's profitable. I'm like, yo, listen, no problem.
Sure.
Donte, I'm gonna give you $500,000. But here's the deal. This is what I need. I'm gonna give you this. I can float you.
You gonna own
But I need
this shit?
a certain percentage of your ownership. I need a certain percentage of your licensing rights. I need all that.
Yeah. Yeah. You gonna take advertising
I'm
dollars?
not holding a gun to your fucking head for you to
Right.
take that fucking money.
Right.
Come on.
Right.
This
Yeah.
is what it is. Don't be so one-sided. Educate people. Because, of course, like the record business will never be the same. They can shut down tomorrow. Right? But, you know.
And we didn't seen the record company damn near go out of business during that. What was it? When you would be able to download
Right.
music,
Yeah, and they still had to pay them motherfuckers.
yeah, yeah. When you was
Niggas was still getting paid.
yeah. Around the Facebook era, when Facebook first came out, when you was able to download music for free off the web, and motherfuckers and the record company had fronted that money, and they were waiting to recoup, but there was no recouping if I can get it for free. So I feel like
But now, like, this shit is the richest it's ever been. And, like, you know, with, you know, all these streaming services, you can literally, as a mixtape artist, your ass just need to put out as much music as you can, which goes over the fact of quantity versus quality, which is what I was telling you about. Because you will be fucking pumping. One of them motherfuckers hit you, gone. Now you got the ball. Now you can tell a record company, whoever, motherfucker, you can give me $1 million, but I want 98% of my fucking royalties. I'll give you 2%, and fuck you. Like, that's how it works.
yeah. See, I'm in the mindset of I want to own my shit for as long as I can, and I'm cool with, hey, if you want to license it for a year or two, I'll license it to you. But taking the bag early, we've all seen this play out where you get fucked in the end, and it's because they're giving you money up front, right? They're giving you money up front, and then yes, they're gonna own you for until they either recoup or they double their money.
They're gonna earn you in perpetuity.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
Exactly.
it's like, why would you even get that up in the beginning? To me, I'm like, why would you get that up?
Yeah.
I don't even. But yeah, man, we all over the place. Cause I wanted to ask you, how did you get started doing comedy?
Dude, I've been doing comedy my whole life since I was little. So, like, you know, I was an ugly child growing up.
Still.
I'm an ugly man.
Yeah.
But I was seeking out attention. You know what I'm saying? So,
But what made you go to the stage with it? Cause it's different when you clowning with your friends.
I went to the stage. So I was a freshman in college, and I saw a brother doing some comedy. I'm like, man, that's pretty cool. And I remember doing comedy my first time at 19 at Jokes and Notes in Chicago. But I got booed, and I'm like, okay, this is not for me. So I didn't pick up a mic again until I was in my last year of pharmacy school. And at that point, I was just like, whatever happens, I'm going to keep doing it. You know what I'm saying? So it's all, to me, just been a passion, something I love to do. And even when I was in college, when I was in undergrad and even in pharmacy school, not doing comedy, I was rather obnoxious. And the reason I was obnoxious was because of my burning desire to be on stage and to be entertaining people. So I would go up to groups of people without saying, you know, I wasn't like, yo, I'm a comedian.
Yeah,
I'm just fucking making niggas laugh.
Yeah.
Ha ha.
Yeah.
And the more laughs I got, the more, you know, the more I would give. So now it's 10 people in front of me just laughing, and I got them crying and shit, and I'm doing shit without even saying, hey, I want to be a comedian. You know what I'm saying? So my last year of pharmacy school, I was doing it and doing like pretty much white shows. And then I saw I couldn't make black people laugh, and I felt some kind of way about not making my own people laugh, because what good is your talent if you are not able to serve your own people? And that was a big problem for me. So I started doing heavy urban, and in 2001, 2002, urban comedy to me was a big challenge, because people got booed, you got an immediate reaction about how they felt about you. And so I mastered that, and I became comfortable in it, because, you know, I would get love from rappers, street niggas, pimps, hustlers, ball players. Everybody was showing me love, so I kept going hard in that realm. And as a comedian now, looking back, you need to be able to do both crowds. So you gotta, like in basketball, you gotta have a strong right hand and a strong left hand.
What's the difference or what would you say the difference is between doing a white room and doing an urban room or a black room?
Timing.
Timing? How so?
The cadence in an urban room is sped up very, very fast. You know, nigga come out, dance for 5 minutes, repeats what the song is, tells you, oh, that's my song. If I was in the hospital and that song came on, I would get up. And niggas laugh and holler and scream when it's shit. It's hacky shit. It's shit. You see what I'm saying? There's no type of, there's no creativity in it. It's just a bunch of hack shit. It's nigga hack comedy. And I can proudly say that. And if anybody is to refute me on this or call me some type of coon or cracker or whatever niggas do, trust me, I will come and burn you in an urban room. Because I can do that's my shit. You know what I'm saying? So
what's the equivalent in the white room when you first go up?
Well, the white room was more of a challenge to me because I was more comfortable doing urban. So in the white room, you don't have a DJ, you can't dance, there's nothing there but you and the mic and a crowd, and they're not gonna boo you. They're gonna sit in fucking silence as you die. You see what I'm saying? So the sweet spot is being able to do both at a high level. That's where you win. You see what I'm saying? And that's what motherfuckers lose when they think that because you repping nigga night Tuesday that you a beast. No, nigga. Because when you come on the other side, you suck. Because your cadence is wrong. You scared of silence. You don't know what the fuck you're doing. So you have to be able to do both. You see what I'm saying?
And because when I met you, I think I met you like twice, indirectly 2 times, and then directly 1 time. we indirectly met on Facebook, like when Facebook first was popping.
Mm-hmm.
And then I met you in Orlando at the All-Star when Shaq was doing that comedy All-Star shit.
Oh, yeah, when we did the auditions?
Yeah.
Yeah, I won that and got cheated out of it and then still came back.
Yeah. What do you mean you got cheated out of it?
I think I was cheated.
Why?
Because
I thought they was picking you and...
Nah, nigga, they picked Robert Powell. They did not pick me from that.
Really?
No. Robert had won.
Oh, shit. I always thought it was like...
No. I ripped hard.
Yeah.
However, I had to leave because I had a show with Shaka Khan that night.
I remember you was talking about that.
I had to go
Yeah.
fly back and get out of there, but I ended up missing my flight. And Robert, I guess, had won because he was doing the warm-ups for the actual taping of the show. So what ended up happening when I won the Miller Lite Comedy Search that Kevin Hart was judging, and Jeff Flanagan, was a part of that. That's when I got a call once I won that in Vegas. They was like, because they already knew me and were familiar with me. They said, "Hey, LaVar, you want to do some time on Shaq All-Star?" I said, "Fucking right."
Yeah.
And I went and murdered that.
Yeah.
Okay. And shit, I had like 42 dates on that show after I got off stage. And I did 7 minutes in front of Michael Blackson, Gary, D-Ray. Yeah. That's how I got on that motherfucker, dog. That was God. Like, it wasn't really, that was God, bro. It was God.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Shit. Because I just knew because at first they were saying it was one winner, and then I thought it was like, oh, okay, well,
nah,
it was so close.
That nigga won.
Then they was just going to give it to both of y'all.
Nah, hell no.
You got to go up that night, though, right?
I didn't
like,
do it.
After the auditions.
I came and did my shit, and then I got in my rental car, and I had to go to the airport because I had to get the fuck out of there.
Mm-hmm.
But I missed my flight, so I came back and watched the taping of the show. And I was done. I was like, well, fuck it. I didn't get this. And when I got back to Atlanta, maybe 3 weeks later, I was in a gas station, and I still got the video. There was a Kevin Hart cutout in the gas station that said Miller Lite Comedy Competition. And I went and registered, and I won that motherfucker.
Yeah, I seen the video. Yeah.
I won. And all of your fans can go on YouTube. Comedian pharmacist Lavar Walker makes Kevin Hart cry tears of laughter.
Yeah, I seen that.
And when I won that put me on the show.
Yeah, that's what's up, man. This shit is a marathon, man. This is
definitely a marathon.
This shit is a marathon.
But I do think that as comics, we do have to adapt to the game. We have to continuously adapt because it's just not the same. I don't think it'll ever be the same. I could be wrong. I don't know everything. You know what I'm saying? But I just don't think it's the same.
I think at the end of the day, people want to come out, right? They want to get out of their house and they want to come see you live. And that's where you really gonna make your money at. When they could come and see you live and perform.
Yeah.
That's where you really going to make your money. And that's where you really going, where people really gonna be like, I fuck with LaVar.
So you still think that talent really matters?
Absolutely.
Really?
Absolutely. 100%.
In urban?
Really? Yes. It's a lot of motherfuckers that can shuck and jive and dance and get your attention, but at the end of the day, you got to have some talent. You got to. So. In order to survive in this game. You could be, I don't want to put no rapper out there, but you could be a motherfucking that just gets some attention for a minute. You know what I'm saying? You could be a one-hit wonder in a comedy game, but are you going to be able to survive this game? Are you going to be able to have a long run in this? Because once you become infamous or famous, nigga, you can't. What you gonna do? What you gonna do? You can't go back to now working a regular job. So if you don't have no talent, for real,
I'm working a regular job. Just imagine working a regular job where you kind of getting recognized. Nigga, I'm in the pharmacy. Niggas like, oh shit.
Cheaper to die.
Nigga.
It's cheaper to die.
Nigga, I got a mask on in that bitch. I have a mask on.
And they recognize you.
And a nigga like, niggas looking. I'm like, yo, I got a mask on. I don't even have my glasses, no hat.
Yeah.
I'm looking like a turtle out of a shell. And I'm like, I know this nigga don't know who the fuck I am.
Yeah. Yeah.
Hey, man. I'm like, yeah. Lavar Walker. I'm like, yeah, man. God damn, boy, that voice, man. I hear you. Nigga. I ain't know you really worked in this bitch. I thought them was jokes. That's what the fuck I'm going through.
Yeah,
Man.
yo, man. Lamar, man, you by far the funniest nigga. I want you to do your Cat Williams impression.
Ladies and gentlemen, I just want to thank each and every one of you motherfuckers for coming out to this motherfucker to see what the fuck I got going on. Nigga can't go to the motherfucking store without the goddamn police pulling up on your motherfucking ass trying to knock your motherfucking head off.
Oh, shit. Yo, man, this has been dope, man.
This has been a long interview. How long has this been?
It's been an hour. We been
I
about
like
an hour.
that. And that's the vibe we got. So when did you start comedy?
I started 2003.
And so what made you move out of LA?
So, a couple of things.
Mm-hmm.
My wife is from Dallas.
Okay.
So I moved out here to be with her. And then I was just having too many legal problems in California.
So are you from LA originally?
Yep.
You are from LA.
Born and raised.
Wow.
Yeah.
Are you a Crip or a Blood?
Neither.
But are you more? Yeah, I'm sure you have affiliations.
I
So
mean,
your
I know-
uncles were Crips or Bloods?
I know a bunch of Crips.
So you're a Crip.
I'm not a Crip, but
But your
I
family
knew,
were Crips.
I knew a bunch of
Wow.
Crips. I knew a bunch of Crips.
Okay, cool.
And it was like for a short stint. I think I was probably like in 6th, 7th grade where I was trying to join a Crip gang.
Right.
And then my mom just moved out the area.
And
so,
you didn't get jumped in yet.
Oh, I got jumped in.
Oh, you did get
Yeah,
jumped in.
yeah,
Wow.
but
Well, what was that experience like?
so it was like it was this one dude. His name was Donte.
And you couldn't hit back.
Oh no, you can fight back.
Okay.
Yeah, you got to fight back because you can get jumped in 3 or 4 times.
So who was the nigga that got jumped in and whooped all them niggas' asses?
I don't-
And it
So-
gotta be one.
So here's the thing: if a nigga can fight, then they has 2 or 3 niggas that's gonna jump you.
Right, but he probably beat them up too. I want to meet that nigga. Hey, cuz, we jumping again, cuz. Yo, homie knocked everybody out, cuz. I'm talking about niggas swinging and shit.
Yeah, if you get jumped in and you can
Nigga.
fight, it's gonna be a couple of niggas on you. But I had to fight this dude named Donte to get in. I think I fought him. We had to go a minute. You had to go a minute, no matter what. It was just whatever.
Did you win?
No, I say no. No, I didn't win.
Did he put you to sleep?
No, he didn't put me to sleep. It was just like a lot of wrestling. I'm 6th, 7th grade. You know what I'm saying? You really ain't.
Were you tall for your grade? Or you had a growth
So-
spurt? This nigga had a growth spurt at 30.
Nah, nah. I was the youngest dude on my. I was the youngest dude on my street. I was the youngest dude on my street. So I was in 6th grade. The dudes who was jumping me in was like 7th, 8th grade. So I was little.
So did you grow to crayons? What was it called? I'll be listening to Kendrick Lamar.
What?
Rosecrans.
No. So
What's
that's Compton.
Rosecrans?
Rosecrans run through L.A. and Compton.
Oh.
Yeah.
Where'd you grow up?
I grew up on the east side. When I was gangbanging or about to get in gang, it was on Palmerlee. It was on the east side.
Did you have a gang? Did they have a gang name for you? Were you like little
They did.
shitty?
It was Baby Young Buck.
Oh, Young Buck.
Yeah.
Wow. Baby Young Buck. Wow.
Yeah.
Baby Young Buck.
And I spelled the buck with 2 C's.
Oh. Hey, homie. We big poppin'. I like you got the Nipsey joint in
Yeah,
'Cause
man.
Nip was a Crip. Did you know him?
I didn't know him, but I went to school with a bunch of niggas that because Nip's a little younger than me, so a lot of niggas that he hung
I
around.
didn't like Nip when he first came out because I thought he
Really?
was a Snoop Dogg knockoff, and I didn't know anything about him. And I'm like, yo, this nigga sound like Snoop.
So I got a different appreciation because I went to high school
Not
across
to
the
say
street
I
from
don't
this
fuck
movie.
with him now. Because
Yeah, back
listening to
then.
him now, I get it. But
Yeah.
like when I see this guy come out with it was just this is Snoop again.
Yeah. I mean,
And I think from a worldwide view, that's where we were at with Nip.
and I think even when I first got introduced to Nip, I was like, oh, this nigga look like Snoop. You know what I'm saying? But then once I started listening to the music, because him and Snoop are from two totally different areas, right? He may look like Snoop with the long ponytails, you know what I'm saying?
He's tall, he's slim.
But they from two. If you from LA,
They both look like dogs.
if you from LA, you understand that it's totally two different areas.
Snoop and Nipsey look like beagles, like a beagle dog, like a Doberman. They look like Doberman.
We're not gonna disrespect Nip on this.
I'm
show.
not disrespecting.
Yeah, we're not gonna.
How's that? Does Snoop look like a Doberman to you?
A Doberman? When he did that what's my name?
Dog.
He don't look like
Nip and Snoop don't look similar to you in the face.
Nah,
It's no disrespect. I'm just
they don't look the same. They just both tall with braids.
But when he first came out, did it look similar to you?
No, so here's my
And
thing.
this is no disrespect. I know niggas like, oh shit. No.
So
This
here's
is
the thing.
just how I saw it.
When I first got hip to Nip, it was a song I was going through with my baby mama, and it was a song that him and YG did. It was called "Bitch You Broke," and that song was like my anthem when I was going through with my baby mom. And so that's what I used to go on stage to. That's what I used to like. I was like, who the fuck is this? And then that's when I got hip
So
to Nip.
you hadn't seen him.
Yeah, nah.
So like my thing was, and you know I'm younger. I had saw him first, and it was a total dismiss. And I'm sure, like if you were to talk to people in the nation, they probably had that same thing because
Yeah.
I'm coming up from a hip hop era of the '90s,
Yeah.
where you know what I mean. If there was any similarity in another act, you dismiss that act immediately. So it's no knock.
I get it.
Because
I heard that
as I've learned about him and I've listened to his music now, I get it. But that initial exposure to him, I saw Snoop Dogg. I didn't see Nipsey Hussle.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So that's not like I'm not trying to be like disrespectful or disrespect anybody that's passed or deceased. But that's just my honest
No, I get it.
opinion, and
I
that's
know,
my honest feeling.
I know he was
of
getting
what
those. He was getting those.
He
comparisons.
had to be.
Yeah, he was
like,
getting those comparisons.
You feel me?
Yeah.
Long Beach. Was he from Long Beach?
No, he's from L.A.
He's from L.A.
He's from
but
LA.
it was just that. It was just such similarities there. You see what I'm saying?
No, I
I'm
get
in
it.
here with an L.A. hat on right now.
Yeah, no, I get it.
You see what I'm saying?
Yeah, I
I
get
bought the crin. I got the jogging suit. I fuck with it.
The
you
Puma
know what
one?
I'm saying? No.
Or the
no,
Crenshaw?
I got the Crenshaw.
I wanted to get that shit. That shit was just too expensive at the time.
Yes, it's a number on that motherfucker.
I was like, goddamn, Nip.
I spent a bag.
I was like, shit.
But I mean, like, nah, it is no disrespect. You know what I'm saying? With his mindset as far as business, ownership, things of that nature.
And that's why-
you know, there's a newfound respect. Not even newfound, but just to learn about it. But initially, and I'm pretty sure.
Everybody, you're not
Right,
alone
I
in
know
that.
I'm not.
Yeah, you're not
I
alone
know
in
I'm
that.
not
Everybody
alone, but
did.
that's just my honest thing. And I think him and Snoop do look similar. Dude, they look alike. There's no knock. And I'm not saying they ugly, but them niggas they look similar.
How?
Bruh, him and Snoop Dogg look similar, bro.
You talking about before he passed, or you talking about when he first came out?
When that nigga first came out, even
Okay, yeah, I get that. I get that.
Even I mean, but right before he passed, they look similar.
No way.
Similar
I can't give you
statue,
that
face.
one. No, nothing.
Nigga,
At that point,
let's
Nipsey,
keep it a buck.
Let's keep it a buck. At that point, Nipsey didn't grow a beard.
Okay,
He didn't like.
he was slim, bro.
Slim,
He was a
yes.
small guy.
Yeah, Slim. Okay.
But they were very and look, it's the same thing because with entertainment, if a nigga is where I'm from, it's not his fault that I came out first and he might sound similar to me.
But that's
or
what everybody,
dress similar to me.
That's what everybody was saying with Ja Rule and Tupac. That's what everybody was saying with R. Kelly and what's the other dude name from from Guy? What's his name? Aaron Hall.
Oh, that nigga Kelly.
Aaron Hall.
He talked about that.
Aaron Hall
said, "Yo, Kelly bit him a little bit." And I'm a Chi-Town nigga.
Yeah.
He kind of hit that nigga a little bit. You know, and it's not to say that he bit him purposely. I think that, you know, as an artist, you can't deny looking up to other artists.
Right.
Right?
Yeah.
So, you know, even before you find your own voice.
Mm-hmm.
So, of course, you know, and it's not that you're voluntarily stealing or no shit like that, but subconsciously, this is how you're shaping yourself until you find your own voice. Because as a comic, there are comics that, nigga, I see myself all in Atlanta.
Yes.
Niggas are being me, but I don't get mad because I'm like, they're like babies and they're trying to find
themselves.
Who they really are,
right? But
through my voice.
Here's what I would say about LA, right? Especially niggas that are Crips or gangbang, right? Back then, back in like 2000s, you know what I mean? Especially in the 90s, gangbangers wear white t-shirts, Dickie suits. Like there's a swap meet or a mall that you can go to, and it's like a uniform that all niggas buy.
Yeah.
So when Snoop came out, Snoop had on the Crip uniform, right? For niggas that could afford the $5 t-shirts, the $10 pants, you know what I'm saying? And when Nipsey came out, Nipsey had on the Crip uniform. So that's why I feel like they probably looked like.
So when
but
as
Nip transitioned, Nip came to his own.
No,
he
he
growed
did.
his beard out.
But
you know what I'm
that
saying?
was as a consumer, right?
Yeah.
That was my initial perception.
And I'm saying I give you that, but I'm
and
saying
that's nothing to
but you said it right after he passed,
right
right before he passed.
I'm not dissing him or nothing like that.
No, it's not diss.
But after he passed, I learned more about him, unfortunately. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Because I didn't get into him while he was alive. And that's no knock, but I'm just saying the immediate perception that I had, I didn't know. Because, you know, you got to understand, niggas looking at, they not just looking at, you're not just looking at Nip now. You're not just looking at the artist. You're looking at the record company. So in my mind, I'm like, oh, the record company is trying to make a duplicate person that they're pushing because they already have the data on this person and they want to duplicate this same success.
Yeah, I see that.
That is the perception in my mind.
Yeah.
Similar, and you know, it's even just like, you know, when we look at Kobe, I mean, I'm from Chicago.
Mm-hmm.
Walk like Mike.
Yeah.
Talk like Mike. Play like Mike.
But I think that was like his first 5-6 years. After that,
right?
It was no.
But the only
it
thing,
wasn't even no comparison at that point. It was like it's him.
Even with him, and I love him or whatever, but you know that thing with Shaq had turned a lot of motherfuckers off.
Yeah,
you feel me?
Yeah.
Like that's just real.
You know what's so crazy is in LA, like I think everybody, every young nigga in LA got a sneaking in the form, which was the arena in Inglewood. I think every nigga in LA got a sneaking in the form story, right? Here's my sneaking in the Forum story. So my homeboy lived across the street from the Forum. We went to the Forum. We snuck in, and this was when they was in the playoffs against the Rockets. I sneak on the floor. I don't know how the fuck I get down there. I'm on the floor. The game ends. I walk in the back where the locker rooms is with Shaq and his family. Shaq's whole family is big. I'm talking about like from the mama to the sisters to the everybody
That's
is
a
big.
massive fucking man.
Everybody is big, right? When I'm in the back waiting. They have everybody coming out. They do press. They come out and they go to their cars. I'm in the little tunnel where everybody at waiting on their cars. Kobe come out. I was like, "What up, Kobe?" This nigga don't say shit to me. Like this nigga look at me, and then there's a bunch of little kids. He don't say shit to me, and he start fucking with the kids. Derek Fisher come out. I was like, "Fish, what's up, man? Let me get your shoes." He was like, "Man, I already gave them away." Y'all like, "All right, bet." So this is. And at that point, once Kobe didn't say nothing to me, I was like, man, fuck Kobe. I was like, fuck him.
Exactly.
And then after that, I seen everything else that came with the Shaq thing and everything, and I was like, yeah, I definitely don't fuck with Kobe.
And Shaq.
But you know what's crazy?
Massive dude.
I named my newborn daughter Kobe.
Wow.
That's
a good story.
Yeah.
I give you love for that.
Shut up,
Like,
man.
no, for real. Like, I got to work with Shaq. Well, I knew Shaq from Shaq All-Star Comedy Jam.
Yeah.
Joking and shit. And
Yeah.
then he was an Uncle Drew.
Yeah.
And I wasn't hired to be the Foot Locker manager in the movie. I was hired to be like a comedy consultant and teach niggas how to act like old men, because a lot of my bits of me acting like old men.
Yeah.
Lil Rel had hooked that up or whatever. Hey, Shaq, man, that's a massive fucking man, dude.
Yeah.
And this nigga is Thanos, bro. Like, if you've watched...
He
if
cool
any
as
of
shit
you-
too, though.
No, he a good dude.
Cool
But
as
if
me,
any
man.
of you guys have watched Avengers, Shaq is Thanos. That's like when you see this nigga in person, and he's very playful. And nigga, I'm gonna tell you a story. So we doing Uncle Drew, and you know they got the Sprinter vans to take us from the movie set back to craft services and shit like that.
Yeah.
So I'm sitting in the front of in front of the Sprinter van, and I see Shaq coming towards the Sprinter van. Now the nigga's bigger than the Sprinter van. He's taller than the Sprinter van. So I opened the door.
Yeah.
Cause you know what I'm saying, so he could sit up front.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I'm like, fuck this. Let me go and get out of here. Open the door, dog. He's coming. I open the fucking door to get out. Dog, this nigga put his finger in and poked me back in there. Bro, I fall. Like, I literally fell in the fucking van. Like, oh, shit. Like, what the fuck? Yo, you ain't got a little van. You ain't got a little van. What you got a little van for then? That was one time. Second time, he is in a circle, like, you know, talking to motherfuckers and shit. And the shit, I was getting bored. I'm like, I'm getting the fuck out of here.
Yeah.
I start to walk off. I get maybe 100 yards away. I feel a fucking hand
Grab your shoulder.
bring me back in. Bro, I was damn near to the door. That nigga's hand came all the way
Yeah.
and brought me back into the conversation. He didn't look at me. He didn't ignore. He just kept talking. He just brought me back in. Yo, where this motherfucker going? Get back in here. I'm still talking, motherfucker. I'm still talking. Brought me back and huddled me in that bitch, dog. I'm like, what the fuck, man? That's a big motherfucker.
Yeah.
But yo, as far as this whole nip thing, don't edit me and make me sound fucked up.
I don't edit at all.
It's just literally like
I don't edit
that was
at all,
my
so.
initial opinion, but like the advice, I listened to his advice. I fuck with him, and he's a super entrepreneur. He was a fucking visionary. This nigga was. Dude, he was next level for real, and
100.
that's why I paid all that money for the Crenshaw top and the pants. And he's an amazing guy. But initially, when I knew nothing about him, you know what I'm saying, just looking at it from the surface, and I'm sure there are
Don't
millions.
try to back
of
that
niggas.
shit up now, nigga.
I'm not backing it
These
up.
Crips finna be on your ass
Nah,
now,
I don't want
nigga.
no shit. Please,
These Crips
don't
finna
kill
be on
me.
this nigga ass
Don't kill
now.
me. But that it was initial, and I bet you it's Crips that said the same shit. Oh, that motherfucker. I know it. I'm a nigga. I'm a nigga's nigga.
Probably motherfuckers from other parts of the world, yeah. But
this is me
from
not being in LA,
yeah, Atlanta nigga,
Chicago, Atlanta.
Yeah.
Just that initial perception.
Yeah, I get it.
You feel me?
Yeah, I get it.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And could that be the reason why, like, even with Kobe, before the death or whatever, does he not get that just due? And this is before the death. Because he was so much like Michael Jordan with his game, where it was identical. Identical. There was no difference. Don't fucking sit here. Listen, I love KB. Shout out to Kobe. It was the same game. And they've showed YouTube videos where you can literally not fucking tell them apart. You cannot tell them apart. Am I lying?
No, but here's the thing. I would give you that the first 5 or 6 years.
When did the game change?
I think the game changed probably around that time he made his first championship. So about 2000, 2001 maybe. 2001 I would say is where he started coming
and
to
I can't
his own.
knock him because he studied the best. I mean,
Yeah.
this motherfucker Jordan is the greatest basketball player that we will ever see.
Yeah,
There will never be another Jordan.
we'll see. We'll
I
see.
guess you must be a LeBron fan.
I am.
So you think LeBron is better than Jordan? There's no fucking way.
See,
He's
I
not.
think here's what I
There's
think.
nobody better than Jordan.
I think athletically wise, 100% he's better than Jordan. But as far as that grit and that will to motherfucking win, I don't think that part nobody's going to ever be able to get that
Let me
part.
tell you something.
Nobody's ever going to be able to get that part. But
In
athletically,
Michael Jordan's prime, in Jordan's prime, he would have put a lock and key on LeBron James all day. He would have locked him down.
and like I said, because his will, yeah, it's unmatched. Athletically, LeBron is 6'10", 240, 250. This nigga's a monster.
You talking about a nigga that dunked on motherfucking Patrick Ewing, nigga.
Who the fuck is Patrick Ewing?
You know how much bigger that nigga was than LeBron, bro?
Patrick Ewing was like 7 feet. That's 2 inches. That's 2 inches.
Nigga shitted on Akeem Olajuwon, nigga.
And then who?
Come on.
You really sound like
outta
you
here,
really sound like an old nigga right now.
No, I
Because
don't. Dude, this is the truth.
Hakeem can't jump.
Hold on.
Patrick Ewing
Hold on.
can't jump.
Hold on.
Patrick Ewing can't jump.
Bro.
Both of them motherfuckers was unathletic. So I'm talking about a nigga that's almost the same size as 2 inches shorter than Patrick Ewing and Hakeem that can jump, dribble, everything.
You can't touch a nigga in the NBA right now. You can't touch a motherfucker, man.
I don't care.
This nigga's hooping. You talking about a man that was scoring the points he was scoring. And he was playing in quicksand. Michael Jordan in this league would have averaged no less than 82 points a fucking game. You can kiss my ass.
You crazy.
Bro, Kobe showed you what Michael would have averaged. Kobe showed you. He took his game. He took his game. Kobe, dog, Jordan said himself he would have averaged damn near 100 points, and I believe that shit, bro. This man getting touched. You not coming in that lane without paying a price. They not paying a price. They just going in there. What? Niggas was killing you. You come in that motherfucking 3 second zone,
Hey
dog.
man, we can't.
They were killing you.
We can't help the era that LeBron grew up in.
Whatever.
That's not
I'm
his
just
fault.
keeping it a buck.
That's not his fault.
I'm not saying he wouldn't have been good.
6'10", 240,
Dog,
250.
You don't see
with that could dribble,
niggas like
pass,
Michael Jackson
jump.
and Michael Jordan, but every 100 years. Mike Tyson, Michael Jackson, Michael Jordan. That's a godly name.
Michael Jackson. There's always a replacement.
Who?
Michael Jackson.
Who replacing Michael Jackson?
Chris Brown.
Get the fuck out of here. No.
Chris Brown.
Fuck no.
Chris Brown.
Fuck no, dog.
Chris Brown.
Nah, dog.
Chris Brown.
Nah. No. No.
I
Chris Brown is super dope. And I will put him right under Michael Jackson. But that nigga ain't no motherfucking Michael Jackson.
Okay.
I have never seen a grown man from Bucharest cry over Chris Brown. And until I see that.
From Bucharest.
Bucharest.
You know why? You know why them motherfuckers was crying? Because they didn't have the kind of exposure that Chris Brown has right
If
now.
Michael
Because there was no
Jackson-
social media.
Listen.
The only way you could see Michael
If
is,
Michael was in
on
his
stage.
if Michael was in
at a
his prime
concert.
right now, that nigga would have 4 billion followers. It's only 8 billion people on Earth.
Michael Jackson wouldn't even have a Twitter or Instagram or Facebook. He wouldn't have it because
His fake Instagram, Twitters would have 1 billion followers, bro. Easy.
no.
Or he would be a nigga with 1 billion followers with one post. Hi. Hi. That motherfucker have one. Dog, that nigga would have 1 billion likes. He would have 790 million comments and over 1 billion followers with a hi.
You said 1 billion?
Easy. Michael Jackson? How did niggas compare? This nigga been singing and dancing since he was 5.
Okay.
He had 10 years in the game at 15. At 25, the nigga was 20 years in the game.
Chris Brown got 72 million followers.
Bro.
And this nigga
Michael
following
Jackson
one person.
would have 1 billion followers.
And Chris Brown is following one person.
Nigga, get the fuck out of here.
He following one person. Man, let's get the fuck out of here, man. Because I know you got
We about
to,
to go. I gotta go take a nap.
yeah.
You gotta give me one of these hoodies, man.
I will, man.
You got some merch. Let me
yeah,
get a hoodie.
yeah,
I
yeah.
love that. That's dope. I like the pink you got.
Yeah.
Match that joint.
Yeah.
Woo!
The hoodies, they available online, too, for people. Tapinpodcast.com.
Podcast.
So, you know what I'm saying? Yo, man, I appreciate you for coming on. Leave your
Man,
social
thank
in
you,
case
man.
people want to check out
y'all
your
hit me
videos.
up, Lavar Walker, everything Lavar Walker, man. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to the legendary Kobe and Nip. And this was just my initial, no judgment. I love both of those brothers and what the impact that they left on the world. So please follow me, Lavar Walker. Leave some insight.
Yes.
And a lot of y'all do feel the same way I feel, and I know that because I'm just a regular guy. But
Yes. And if any Crips want to get at him, is LaVar Walker on Instagram.
And understand there are Crips that want to get. I do call the police. I'm a bitch ass nigga. I snitch. I will sue. I will take you to the fullest extent of the law. Understand, attacking me is like attacking an old white Jewish woman, and you will pay the same consequence. Just please understand that. And I do not care about any type of being a real nigga. None of that. It's all out the window. I don't give a fuck. I pay taxes. I'm not a thug. I'm not with that shit, even though I grew up in the hood on the south side of Chicago. I'm a pharmacist. I have a doctorate degree, and I sue and I tell. So just understand those parameters are in place. And as you're kicking my ass, As you're kicking my ass on your social, understand if you don't kill me, there will be a price to pay in the morning.
This nigga's
When
taking
I'm
notes.
on the news and
He
telling
had
on
on
your
Nikes.
motherfucking ass.
Nikes with dirty socks.
Nigga.
Yo, man, I appreciate you for coming through, man. This.
Now
this
you
is
sending
real
me
fun.
an Uber back? Or-
Yeah,
Okay.
I got you, my nigga.
You really, you doing your thing, man.
Come on,
My man sent me a black truck and shit
We
to
alright,
come
man.
get me and shit. I ain't know.
It may be different going back though.
Nigga. That's how niggas do. That's why I had to call the promoter for this show. I say, yo, man, you taking me back to the airport, right? Because after the show, niggas don't want to take you to the airport. You just be stuck. Ah, man, I'm asleep. Niggas be on some bullshit. I'm like, yo, man, you gonna come get me, right? Fuck that.
Oh shit, yo, man, this has been the Tap In Podcast. Appreciate it. Holla at y'all.